Well, hello, ADNC family. I hope all is well. Emma Ansah coming to you from Canada. It's Saturday, and we're going to get right into this topic, okay? We're going to talk about the usual things that is always happening to us, everyday stuff that we as Black people do. But for some reason, when it comes to us, we're questioned by the police. Simple, everyday things. So, the first thing we're going to get into is this Black mama who is dropping off her son, and watch what happens.
We're in New Cumberland right over there.
Dropping my son off?
Okay. What'd you hand off to the gentleman that walked back in the house?
His coffee cup.
His coffee cup?
Yes. I'm tired of him leaving his mess in my car.
Okay. All right. Do you have anything illegal in the car?
You want to search it?
I mean, if you want to let me search it.
Like, what do y'all think we did a transaction or something?
Well, that's what it looked like.
Because we're Black?
No. I couldn't see in your car. Your window tints too dark.
Okay,
anyway.
so exactly. So, but it looked like we were doing a drug transaction.
Yeah, so you pulled up, he came out, you handed something to him, he walked back in the
No,
house.
you missed
We're
it.
not going to argue about it.
I came from this way, went around, took him home,
I saw where
dropped
you came
him
from.
off.
I saw where you came from.
And I dropped him off to his house.
Okay.
He left his cup here because I'm tired of his being in my car. I beeped the horn, gave him his cup.
Okay.
That's what happened.
Okay. Do you have anything illegal in the car?
No.
Okay. You don't have any crack?
I don't.
Weed?
Sir, I'm a business owner, okay?
Okay.
I don't have no crack. I don't have no weed. I don't sell drugs, do drugs, no, none of that bullshit. It's not a question.
It was a question.
That's very derogatory for you to say.
Derogatory?
Probably because I'm Black. He was a Black
So
man,
I already
and y'all
told you
think
that I
that we're.
couldn't see-
It looked like
Are you gonna let me talk?
we were
Are you just
selling
gonna keep on
drugs. No, because I'm highly upset that you. I feel offended.
upset.
I know. That's. Come on. What
I
we
don't
doing
care.
here? What we doing?
Would you be willing to let me search your car?
No. For what?
Well, because it looked like you did a drug transaction back
I
there.
gave him a coffee cup.
Okay. What kind of coffee cup?
It was a white coffee
Why are
cup.
you screaming?
Because I can't believe because you
What
keep
can't you
saying
believe?
that we made a drug transaction.
And that's what it looked like. Okay?
Wow.
It's simple questions.
It isn't, sir. That's not fair. That's not
Well,
fair.
it's not fair. I'm sorry.
I know. And you police officers are horrible.
I'm horrible.
You
don't even know
police
me.
officers, sir.
don't
What
even know
we going to do, sir?
So now you're grouping me into a group of people.
And
right?
you're grouping me into a
I'm
group
not.
of people where it looked like
I
I was doing a drug transaction.
You could have been Mexican, you could have been white, you could have been green, you could have been yellow.
And I'm
I
Black,
don't know,
and it
I
looked
can't
like that I
see
was
this.
making a drug transaction.
Okay. All right.
And now you being a police officer, you people are horrible.
10 for it. 10 for it. So you don't have anything in the car?
Sir, I don't have nothing in my car.
What's the name of the gentleman that you stopped with?
That's my son, Anthony.
The bigger guy.
Yes.
That's your son?
I'm 55 fucking years old. I'll be 56
You don't look
in
like it.
February. What we doing here, sir?
I'm asking.
So, as you can hear, she was tired of her son leaving his stuff in her vehicle. Okay. She dropped him off. And then when she realized he left his coffee cup in there, she honked the horn and told him, "Come get your coffee cup." Here come the police. I'm going to play this again because there was some things that I want to talk about with y'all that I noted in this interaction that this cop said. And I'm like, okay, you literally are incriminating yourself, sir. So let's just watch it again and then I'll stop and then we'll have the conversation.
We're in New Cumberland right over there.
Dropping my son off?
Okay. What'd you hand off to the gentleman that walked back in the house?
His coffee cup.
His coffee cup?
Yes. I'm tired of him leaving his mess in my car.
Okay. All right. Do you have
That's-
anything illegal in the car?
You want to search it?
I mean, if you want to let me search it.
Like, what do y'all think we did a transaction or something?
Well, that's what it looked like.
Because we're Black?
No. I couldn't see in your car. Your window tints too dark.
Okay,
anyway.
so exactly.
Okay, so here's the first thing. He said He couldn't see anything. First, she said that he basically was saying it looked like it was a drug transaction. It looked like she handed off some drugs, right? And then when at the instant she said, because I'm black, then he turns around and says, well, I didn't see anything because of the tinted windows. So if you didn't see, what are you saying it looked like, sir? If you didn't see because of the tinted windows, then why are you saying it looked like a drug transaction? Do you see where he literally is burying himself? All right, let us continue.
So, but it looked like we were doing a drug transaction.
Yeah, so you pulled up, he came out, you handed something to him, he walked back in the house.
You missed it.
We're not going to argue about it.
I came from this way.
So he said you pulled up and handed something to him. That's not how it happened. She dropped him off, as she said, honked the horn, and he came back and she gave him his coffee cup. Do you see how they turned the whole story around and lie? Okay.
Went around, took him home,
I saw where
dropped
you came
him
from.
off.
I saw where you came from.
And I dropped him off to his house.
Okay.
He left his cup here because I'm tired of his being in my car. I beeped the horn, gave him his cup.
Okay.
That's what happened.
Okay. Do you have anything illegal in the car?
No.
Okay. You don't have any crack?
I don't.
Weed?
Sir, I'm a business owner, okay?
So after all of that, she explains herself. Now he's turning around and asking her, do you have anything illegal in the car? She is a mother who handed her son a coffee cup, okay? Do you have anything illegal in the car? Shouldn't even be the next question. Unless you saw it, sir, which you did not. You claim that the windows are tinted. So why are we asking if there's anything illegal in the car? Why is that even a thing? I'll tell you why. Because she's black, period.
Okay.
I don't have no crack. I don't have no weed. I don't sell drugs, do drugs, no, none of that bullshit. It's not a question.
It was a question.
That's very derogatory for you
What's
to
derogatory?
say. Probably because I'm black. He was a black
So
man,
I already
and y'all
told you
think
that I
that we're.
couldn't see-
It looked like
let me talk?
we were
Are you just
selling
gonna keep on
drugs. No, because I'm highly upset that you. I feel offended.
upset.
I know. That's. Come on. What
I
we
don't
doing
care.
here? What we doing?
Would you be willing to let me search your car?
No.
I'm so glad she said no when he said, would you be willing to search the car? No, you cannot search my car. I just got finished telling you everything you need to know. In fact, the fact that she's even telling him all of that. No, I'm not telling you anything more. And no, you're not searching my car. Heck no. And then he's asking her, why are you getting so upset? And you know what they love to do. Oh, here you come, angry black woman, angry black man, depending on the situation. In this case, it's a woman. And why are you yelling? Why are you getting so upset? Then he has the nerve to say this was a simple question. No, these are not simple questions, because this is not the kind of questions you'll ask one that looks like you, who handed off a coffee cup to their kid. All right?
What?
Well, because it looked like you did a drug transaction back
I
there.
gave him a coffee cup.
Okay. What kind of coffee cup?
It was a white coffee.
And then he's asking what kind of coffee cup. Excuse me. It could be a Tim Hortons. It can be a, what's the other one called? Starbucks, whatever. What does that even matter? What kind of coffee cup it is? Do you see how, anyway, let me continue so that I can go on my rant afterward.
Why are you screaming?
Because I can't believe because you
What
keep
can't you
saying
believe?
that we made a drug transaction.
And that's what it looked like. Okay?
He keeps saying that's what it looked like, but he's a liar because he keeps saying he didn't see anything. You see, he's gone back from that's what it looked like from when he was saying I couldn't see because of the tinted windows when she called him out for being the anti-black racist that he is. That's when he changed his mouth. Now he's changed his mouth back to that's what it looked like.
Wow.
It's simple questions.
It isn't, sir. That's not fair. That's not
Well,
fair.
it's not fair. I'm sorry.
I know. And you police officers are horrible.
So she said it's not fair, and he said the world is not fair. That might be the only thing I agree with him. Yes, the world is not fair when it comes to Black people. The world is never fair when it comes to Black people. And police officers, I almost said something else, let me not. Police officers like this make it not fair for Black people.
I'm horrible.
You
don't even know
police
me.
officers, sir. What we going to do, sir?
So now you're grouping me into a group of people.
And
right?
you're grouping me into.
Do you hear that? Because she said you're horrible. He said, now you're grouping me into a group of people. Yes, we are. She should have told him flat. You're a horrible, anti-Black, racist, bigot, prejudice, all of those things. Okay. And then horrible as well. But do you see how he's like, you're looping me into a group of people?
A group of people where it looked like I was doing a drug transaction.
You could have been Mexican, you could have been white, you could have been green, you could have been yellow.
And
Do you see that now? Now here it comes. You could have been Mexican, you could have been white, you could have been, and we know, brothers and sisters, he saw a Black person, okay? He saw a Black woman and a Black man. So let's not even play about you could have been. No. You saw a Black person, period. And that's why you're standing there. So nice try. But that's what they do, right? I'm surprised he didn't turn around and say, oh, my best friend on the force is Black. I'm not racist. They love to do that too, right?
Black, and it looked like that I was making a drug transaction.
Okay. All right.
And now you being a police officer, you people are horrible.
10-4. 10-4. So you don't have anything in the car?
Sir, I don't have nothing in my car.
What's the name of the gentleman that you stopped with?
That's my son, Anthony.
The bigger guy.
Sir!
So do you hear that? Now he's saying, what's the name of the person that basically she handed the cup to? And she said, that's my son, Anthony. He's like the bigger guy. So now because he's a big Black man, that means it's gotta be some drug transaction, because what does that matter? What size he is? What does that matter? That's her son, period. End of story. Okay. But again, there's the stereotyping. There's the prejudice. There's the anti-Black racism.
Son?
I'm 55 years old. I'll be 56 in
like
February. What we doing here, sir?
I'm asking.
And then he tells her when she says her age, you don't look like it. Oh, look. I know Des 9876, you're asking what state it is. We don't know what state it is because it wasn't revealed in the video. I'm sure it was in the United States though. But here's the thing. I'm pretty sure there are many things going on, whatever state this took place. I'm pretty sure there are many things that are going on that are more pressing than bothering this Black mama who just handed a cup to her son. Okay. But here's what we have to do when these kinds of things happen. First of all, she definitely did the right thing by having the camera on. We need to do that at all times. If it's not a dash cam or cell phone, whatever. But also she needs to make sure she gets the badge number, the name of the officer, and a complaint needs to be filed. We definitely have to follow through on these things. We don't know what happened afterward because the camera cut off after she said, what are we doing here? Because he really wasn't doing anything. What are we doing here? You're asking me all these questions. I've answered your questions. I told you can't search my car, and he has no right to search her car. And so now it's like, well, what are we doing? I need to know who you are. Now it's time for me to ask you questions. Because you have accused me of something I didn't do. You have wasted my time, my precious time, answering me dumb questions. I've told you what it is, and you're still asking me questions. So now I want to know who you are. I want to know your name. I want to know your badge number. I want your supervisor to come. I want all of that. So, if you're going to waste my time, I got time too to waste with you. So I just wanted to give you guys an example of the life of us. And do you know, I was only going to talk about this one But I have another one that I want to talk about as well, because there again is another example of how the simple things in life, like this mama handing her son a coffee cup, became a drug deal. And now we're going to talk about another situation with a successful Black man who was just trying to do a normal daily transaction, right? That we all do in the world. Every human being does. And check out the way it happened for him. And we'll talk about it a little bit further.
Concerned that you're just sitting here and not really doing anything.
I'm sorry, I gotta get this on video. The bank called and said that they're concerned that I'm sitting here waiting for them to open up.
Yes, sir.
That's crazy. Tampa is out of control, man. But there's another guy sitting.
Are you doing business here?
Hell yes, I'm doing. This is my bank.
Okay, are you gonna go inside?
Yeah, as soon as they're open, they open up at 9 o'clock. I can't believe they called you for real.
I swear to God.
That's crazy, man. That is crazy.
So you're just waiting for the bank to open?
Hell yes. I got too much stuff to do at the bank. Too much stuff to do. Place of business.
Right.
That's crazy though. They called you over here.
They said you had alcohol and whatever. So I don't know if they saw you Red Bull as your alcohol. I don't know. So you gotta understand it's a bank and people hanging out in the bank parking lot makes me a little nervous.
Makes him nervous. A person's out here waiting for the bank to open at 9 o'clock.
Well, you gotta understand people rob people coming in and out of the banks. That's an issue, right? You understand?
They don't even. The employees don't even. They can't even afford what I have. So
Well,
how would I look like I'm trying to rob
What do you
somebody?
got that's so expensive? I'm just curious. What do you do for a living and what do you got so expensive?
I'm an Airbnb in there.
An Airbnb in there?
Yes, that's right. Right, but they don't even drive the cars.
How many Airbnb you got?
They don't. A lot of them. They don't even drive the cars. They don't even live. So why would I look like I'm doing something wrong?
Because you're the only one sitting in the parking lot. In a bank parking lot.
There's a guy right there sitting in front.
Yeah.
Right there. He's been waiting with me.
Oh, I didn't see. I can't see him from here, but
I
they
just
said blue Tesla. That's all they said.
Right. Come on. Like, and I got this is my bank. This is the only bank I come to do. Like, and I'm coming to withdraw a lot of money.
All right.
That's crazy though. I couldn't believe it.
They were just concerned. That's why.
When I seen them walk by the first time, I was like,
Who walked by?
when the employees, because these are all their cars, and they were just coming by,
Yeah.
and they were like kind of looking like, what is a black guy doing sitting here in front of the bank? What you think I'm casing the bank out?
It has nothing to do with race.
I'm
Just an
absolutely.
individual sitting in the parking lot.
I'm from Tampa. I'm from Atlanta originally, so
So what does that mean?
when I came to Tampa and I seen like just how it's different,
What's different about it?
there's just a lot of prejudice.
Okay.
Yeah,
All right.
yeah,
All right, bud.
yeah. No problem, man. I
No problem.
appreciate.
I'll let them know.
Yeah, let them know that I'm coming in to make a deposit, a withdrawal, a big withdrawal. That's crazy.
No problem.
That's fucking crazy.
All right. So, example number 2. So, this brother has a Tesla. He was sitting in his Tesla, and this is a Chase Bank in Tampa. And it was before 9 a.m., so he was just waiting for the bank to open. Apparently, he does that every week. But for some reason, today, or that day, the employees called the police and said that he looked suspicious and that he was drinking alcohol when he was in fact drinking Red Bull. Not to mention the fact that there was somebody else waiting too, and that person happens to be one of the folks, by the way, that was waiting as well. But they only came and questioned him, and the bank employees only complained about him. Another normal thing. How many of us, brothers and sisters, have we gone somewhere? I know for me personally, I don't really go into the bank that often because at the end of the day, you can do so much banking now without having to go into the bank. But for whatever reason, he needed to. Here's the thing. I don't really want to go and stand in line, right? But if you want to go into the bank and stand in line, then you sometimes, I know for me, if I ever needed to go into the bank for whatever reason, I'm going to get there before it opens so I can get in and get out. I don't want to be standing in a line and waiting for 15, 20 minutes to get in front of a teller, right? So what is wrong with that? normal thing that everybody does. You try to get to a store before it opens. You try to get to, like in my case, Service Canada. If you got to do something with your vehicle, the equivalent of the DMV in the United States, you try to get there before it opens. Normal. But again, as I said, he does this every week. So, dude, a few things have to happen here. Number one, you're going into that bank, take everything out, close your account. That's not a bank that you need to be doing business with. Secondly, these people that are calling the police on Black people who are doing normal everyday things like everybody else, but we're being questioned, we're being stopped, we're being scrutinized, we're being racialized, we're being stereotyped, we're being prejudiced, like we're being treated, prejudices toward us. It's time for us to charge them for defamation of character. It's time for the police to start charging these people for wasting police resources and time when there could have been many other things that this police officer could have been doing. And it's a false, accusation, false call. Like, what are we doing here? As this sister said, what are we doing here? You're wasting people's time. Okay. This is a successful man. He said he's an Airbnb-er. So he has several properties and he does well for himself. He's driving a Tesla, as I said, does well for himself. And clearly, like I said, he does this banking on a regular basis. So, it's time for us to really start holding these people accountable and taking our money out and not giving them our business. He's very successful. Take it elsewhere. So for me personally, if the police came and approached me while I was sitting waiting for something to open, and in this case, a bank, my next step when I go in that bank is I'm closing my account. I'm taking my money elsewhere. You're not getting my business no more. Clearly, you think I'm a threat. Clearly, you think I look suspicious, right? And it's time for me to go. It's time for me to go. Now, let's talk about some statistics. When it comes to Black people being stopped and questioned, do you know how many times more Black people are stopped and questioned of this nonsense like this than any other race of people in the United States? 6 times more. And I'm specifically talking about these like situations like this, where police stop you and question you with unfounded reasons, right? 6 times more. 6 times more. Doing normal everyday things. I say this moreover. 6 times more. So here's the thing. As Black people, when this happens to us, whether it's in a store, whether it's in a bank, whether it's in a grocery store, whether it's in wherever it is where we are investing our dollars, it's time for us to be like, no. And as it relates to Chase Bank, he also needs to file a complaint with the bank. He also needs to charge them, sue them, do whatever you got to do. You got money, brother. Get yourself a lawyer and don't let this slide at all. At all. There was a white person sitting there too. And you heard the cop say, "Oh, I didn't see him from here." Well, you never see them that look like you, but you'll see a Black person. 2 people doing the exact same thing, different shade. And the Black person is the one they call the police on, and the Black person is the one that's questioned. And you all of a sudden develop blindness, temporary blindness, when it comes to the one that looks like you. I don't want to see him all the way over there. Yeah, that. Let's see what you guys are saying. Hey, Buckhorse, how you doing? So Laurel, you feel like it's too much explaining. You're talking about with the sister. Yeah, she really did take her time, but I'm glad she told him about himself. You're horrible. And call them out for what they are. McQueen, you said, and got the damn nerve to ask if he could search her car. Yes, the answer is no. Exactly. Buckhorse, exactly. What are we doing here, sir? Anthony Rogers, you said I don't answer questions, period. Yeah, you know what? My question would be, get your supervisor, tell me your name, your badge number. I'm done having this conversation with you. I'm not telling you nothing. I did what I did. I handed the cup to my son. End of story. Unless you saw something and you got proof that it was a drug deal, we don't got nothing to talk about. Not a thing. And by the way, how do you mistake a coffee cup for drugs? A coffee cup has a very distinct look, okay? If you're handing somebody drugs, it's usually like in a package or in a sack or some sort of wrapped up somehow. How's a coffee cup look like drugs at all? Nothing about it. McQueen, you said, I don't know if y'all caught it when he flirted with her a bit. You're talking about when he said, oh, you don't look like you're 56. Oh, my gosh. Exactly, Des. That's what I'm saying. He couldn't see. I didn't see the tinted windows. And then all of a sudden, it looked like a drug transaction. He only didn't see it when she called him out because she's black. You know, that whole thing of, I don't see color, you know, that part. Black Right Read, you said, wow, if I didn't see it, he had no business talking to her. Exactly, about anything. Yes, exactly, Des. Crack. Stereotyping. Shabbat, Elaine, how you doing? Shalom. At that point, he should have just let her go. He made a complete fool of himself on camera. I agree. You look silly. Like, and we're still having this conversation. Like, dude, isn't there anything really pressing going on? By the way, you know, I often say this, the time that these officers spend questioning Black people about nothing and about things that they're not doing. Do you know how many of the folks they're letting slide by that are committing real crimes? Because, by the way, they do the same things that you accuse Black people of. So there could be a drug transaction going on. There can be somebody suspicious lurking outside the bank. That officer said, you know, people rob people when they come out of the bank. Okay, but there's another person right there as well. So are you going to go ask him after you're done questioning me? Are you going to go question him about what he's doing outside the bank? Or is the person that looks like you, it's just, you know, impossible that they could be actually sitting out there scoping out to get ready to rob the bank or rob people coming in and out of the bank? Do you see how it's always that, you know, saying those kinds of things to a Black person? When, again, all the time you're wasting, there are crimes, real crimes happening, and they look like you, okay? Just saying. McQueen, you said at that point, he should have just let her go. Yeah. We can't be around them without cameras, microphones, and as I'm saying, a Black Right Read, I'm saying the time that he's spending, this police officer spending, those that look like him are committing those crimes. Okay? Okay. I agree with you 100%. That's what they do. Yeah, Pamela, I agree with you. Sheila Crow, you're saying if you can take some law classes to learn the state laws about the Constitution and driving laws of the state you live in so we don't get arrested. Yeah, you know what? What I'm noticing, Sheila, is a lot more brothers and sisters are they're really learning their laws so that when they're being questioned, they're like literally spitting back out the rights and they're calling out act numbers. And according to this, and that, you can't X, Y, and Z. Sometimes it still doesn't work for us because how dare we Black people actually be smart and know something? How dare you step to me? Then you're resisting. Then it's all the lies, right? So it's one of those things where, you know, it's a balancing act. It's a crapshoot. How's it going to end up? But we still should learn our rights so that we know we have a case too when these kinds of things happen. Joe King, exactly. Yeah, the daily grind, don't relent. They don't. They really don't. You said this is the reason why America's collapsing? Yeah, this Jerry, oh my gosh. I agree with you 100%, JVN078. I agree with you 100%. Oh, so McQueen, you said he realized he was being recorded and knew it. It'll be there for footage. Yeah, you know, it's great to record them, but we really should make sure we get these people's names. We got to get their names and badge numbers so that we can say, hey, while we got the camera going, get all that information as well. Definitely. And when we ask them, they have to tell us. And if they don't tell us, it's on camera of you not telling. So who's resisting and who's not doing what they're supposed to do, right? Des, you said we ain't supposed to have a job, house, and a car with coffee cup in it anywhere. I know. Exactly. Oh my gosh. So Laverne Gill, you said get a competent, trusted attorney and sue him. Agree. We have to take it all the way. So Sheila, you said Chase Bank, that's all you have to say? I'm assuming Chase Bank has a reputation for this kind of behavior in the United States. We have some banks that are like that here too in Canada. Isaac, you said the bank regarding the brother and the law enforcement agency needs to be sued and sanctioned. Facts. Agree. What if the officer spotted him there and it wasn't the bank that called? Well, he said the officer said the bank called and said that there's somebody out there looking suspicious and drinking alcohol when it turned out to be a can of Red Bull. So heaven forbid that a black person's drinking some Red Bull, right? It had to have been alcohol. The white person that was also in the parking lot could have been drinking a Red Bull too, but it wouldn't have been perceived that way. But a black person, sure. Aubrey, you said Africa, here I come. I'm with you on the first thing smoking. JBN, you said these are the same bankers who own boats and paid insurance on them when we were stolen from our motherland. So the cop spotted him in an excuse, go harassing. I tell you. Yeah, Des, exactly. He said, the cop said, I didn't see that other person. Hey, Teresa, how you doing? So, Isaac, you said the owners of Chase Bank are a part of the, DD Society. Yeah, family. Here's what I'm going to say. This isn't going to end, right? It's not going to end. It's not going to go away. We're going to continue to go through these things. So I think now we're at a point where we've got to make it count. So number one, we have to educate ourselves on the laws so that we know what happens when we get pulled over. We know what happens if they're asking to search and all those things, what they should actually have before they search, oftentimes a warrant. But in this case, at the end of the day, there's no grounds for searching. So it's important that we know our rights, we know the laws. The other thing we have to do is make sure we get all the information on these people. It's great. Like I said, we got the camera on, we have the surveillance evidence and all that stuff, but we also need to make sure that we get names, we get badge numbers, we get all of that information. And I know in the moment we're like either surprised or perturbed or befuddled or, sometimes scared, stressed, feeling anxiety, all of those things, all those emotions. We got all the feels going on when a cop comes and starts questioning you. I get it because we see so much that goes on with us, right? And being unalived, being beaten up, and then it turns out it's the wrong case of mistaken identity and all of that. So I feel like we have all those things going on in our mind at the time, but we just gotta literally just play that in your mind of, what to do and all of the information you should get. We should definitely get that. Third, we should make sure that we have our lawyer on speed dial or legal aid or something so that we can get, them sued and held accountable for this, right? File complaints with head office, corporate, whoever. But we got to make sure we hold them accountable for these kinds of things. Because if we keep just letting them do that and then they go about their business, say, okay, thank you, buddy. See you later. No, I'm not your buddy. Okay. I was somebody that you were getting ready to potentially arrest me for no reason. And you're questioning me for no reason. We're not buddies. So we got to make sure that we have all of these things at top of mind. Right. And we're prepared for what's going to happen. because like I said, it's not going to change, right? So we gotta make sure we take it all the way. And I know they are always relying on it being an inconvenience for us by, tying us up in cases and hearings and waiting. But no, let us not stop. Keep our foot on the gas and don't let it go. That's what they're banking on. Right. And the more that we just let it go and say, oh, this is crazy, this is nuts. And then you just keep it moving, the more they'll do it. Right. No consequences. Why would anybody stop? They're not. Kevin, you said, remember when cops racially profile? The black DA woman. Yeah, I remember that. Pamela, you said there's no reason for them to come at us like they do, yet they do it. I always say the police are doing their jobs, protecting them and serving us. Yeah. So that's why I say we gotta be prepared. We just gotta be prepared, knowledgeable, all those things. I mean, we live in a world now where you can easily access this information and learn your rights. So that's what we have to do as Black people. And as I said, make sure you hold them accountable. Take it all the way to the top, all the way. Because we're not gonna keep allowing them to do this to us. Like I said, basic everyday things, but we get questioned. We're not allowing that to keep happening. So family, let us continue to do that. Let us make it our mission to do that. Thank you so much for listening, brothers and sisters. I appreciate you. Before I love you and leave you, I just want to remind you, if you haven't already done so, please make sure that you grab the ADNC news channel app from your Google or Apple store. You'll have exclusive content, wonderful stuff by us, for us, unfiltered, uncensored. You get to see everything and hear everything. So head over to your Google, Apple, grab that app. I promise you won't be disappointed at all. And then last but certainly not least, we have the ADNC Narrative Power Summit coming up on July 25th in Toronto. I'm expecting y'all to be there.
July 25th, the Narrative Power Summit is landing in the 6. This is about ownership.
This is about controlling our story. If you're serious about narrative power, strategy, and ownership, this is the room you need to be in. To get your tickets, go to africandiasporanews.org/Canada. I'll see you in Toronto.
You heard LaSherica. Go to ADNC. Let me get it right for you because I don't want you to miss it. First of all, the information is in the description field of this chat. So the link is there to buy your tickets, africandiasporanews.org/Canada. Grab your tickets. I promise you, and come and hang out with us. Come meet us all. Come hang out with us. Good vibes, good talks, good food, good music, all the good stuff. So we expect to see you there. Thank you so much, John Fort. I appreciate you very much. Later, McQueen, Sheila Crow, thank you. Happy Mother's Day to all the mamas out there. I always say being a mother is like the hardest job in the world. And we appreciate you all. I know I appreciate my mama. Raising 7 kids is not easy, but she did it. And, she did it well. And I really appreciate and love my mama. So happy Mother's Day to all the mothers out there. You rock. Fathers rock too, but we're honoring mothers this weekend. So have a wonderful, safe time. I shall see you tomorrow, same time, same channel. Take care, everyone.